Hello everybody! What is up guys? It is the Turtle Girl. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. Hello Rocky, nice of you to join us. If you guys didn't see my most recent video where we gave him a haircut, that was pretty fun. Not too many of you watched it, but I really enjoyed making that video, so definitely check it out if you haven't. But today, we are going to be cleaning out this old Leopard Gecko Tank and taking off the heat mat. And conveniently, someone decides to mow their lawn. I literally waited for there to be I just have terrible timing. Alright, so as I was saying, I am going to be cleaning out this Leopard Gecko Tank, taking this heat pad off of the bottom, and I just thought I'd take you guys along. I'll give you some updates about what I'm planning to use this tank for. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get started. As you can see, when I took this down, I never actually totally cleaned out the tank yet, and so I just left this vinyl and stuff that was in here, but I just took all the decorations out when I redid Kuzan's tank because I wasn't planning to use this for anything upcoming. So let me go ahead and dump this off to the side, and I will probably shoot this down with water later in case I decide I might want to reuse it. Now I actually super glued it back on here, so I've got some razor blades. But a lot of you asked where I got this vinyl, and it's actually from the carpeting stores. If you go there, a lot of them have flooring vinyl and you can get remnants for pretty cheap. And so that's where I got my vinyl. There we go. So this is tearing off pretty nicely. But you can buy these remnants of vinyl for pretty cheap, and I love how it looks and feels. So that's why I choose to use it in my tanks. Alright, there's this piece. Looks like it took a pretty big chunk out of it. I'll take my razor blade to that and see if we can get that fixed. And I guess I'll just scrape the rest of this residue off. But like I was saying, the one thing to watch out for with the flooring vinyl is if it's adhesive on the bottom. Some of that is sometimes self-adhesive. You don't want to buy that kind because that, when put under heat, can actually release chemical fumes, which could be dangerous for any animal that you're putting in that enclosure. So definitely make sure that the vinyl you're getting is non-adhesive. So the super glue is coming off pretty well. I'm very happy about that. So you might be wondering, if you haven't cleaned the tank, why are you cleaning it all of a sudden now? Well, let me tell ya. After seeing all of your submissions for the Reacting to Your Turtle Tank series, which I have another one filmed and gonna go up next week, I was very inspired by all of your guys' tanks and decided that Mochi was due for an upgrade. So I'm hoping that very soon I'll be able to upgrade the axolotl to this 20-gallon. He is currently residing in the 15-gallon, which has not really changed since I got him, and so I think it's about time to switch him up. Pretty much everyone else has gotten an upgrade at this point, and so I think it's about time our Mochi pal gets an upgrade from his 15-gallon to this 20-gallon long. Now I don't know exactly when that's gonna happen, but I want to have this tank cleaned and ready to go. Now many of you with sleuthy eyes have also noticed that below Hoku's 40-gallon, there's actually another tank underneath there. And that is the 29-gallon that he was formerly in, and the tank that Nemo was originally in before I even started my channel. And so I've had that 29-gallon for a long time. I was thinking about selling it, but then I decided to keep it around. When Sienna gets bigger, I'll probably turn that into her tank. Right now, she's still very small, still in her tiny little plastic critter cage type setup. It's bigger than a critter keeper. I don't know what it's actually called. It's one of those little plastic terrariums. The floor space is maybe half of this. And so she's still in that, and she's still doing just fine. She's gained only a few grams, so really I don't think I'll have to upgrade her at least for the next couple of months, but I know that I'll always have that tank to fall back on if I want to, or even Mochi could go in that tank later if I wanted. Kind of just so that I have the option and I don't have to go looking for another tank should I decide to upgrade someone. Alright, so I think that's all of the glue that has been scraped off of this back glass. Oops. Here's a little. Now while I'm doing this, I'm being very careful to not scrape the silicone on the edges because I want to make sure that this tank still stays watertight because this is actually a fish tank. So if I want to fill it with water, that's the plan to do it with Mochi. But I think that's all the super glue. So now to take off this, and I think this is basically just a big sticky thing. So I'm just gonna peel it, I suppose. Oh, we should like zoom in. I feel like this is gonna be really satisfying. All right, here we go. All right, well, that was surprisingly painless. So I actually didn't expect that this would come off as clean, but like there's like not any residue on here, which I'm super happy about. And I can of course always reuse this heating pad later. So what I'm gonna do is actually take some parchment paper. I don't know if this will work, but my intuition tells me it probably will. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure this. There we go. And I'm just gonna go ahead and stick this on here. I can trim the edges later, but I just want to be able to reuse this sticky part. I'm gonna try to get out as many air bubbles as I can. And now we have a heat pad that can be reused, which is super awesome. And now if I ever want to re-stick it to something, I can still do that. So now let's go ahead and take a hose to this and go ahead and rinse the tank out. All right, let's go ahead and shoot this out with a hose. Ooh, that was a bit harder than I probably should have done that. So now I've got this old sponge and I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down the inside to kind of just get any residue. I did have some coconut fiber in here and it looks like it has a little bit of dust still and residue built up on the silicone. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get that off with my sponge. All right, so now that that's all done, we'll give it a final rinse and then leave it out to dry. While we're at it, I figured we could clean these mats. That's the other nice thing about vinyl. It cleans really easy. While we're at it, I figured I'd show you guys this really cool thing. This is a turtle tub that I've actually had for a couple of years, and I actually won it from a contest by ZoomEd a couple of years back. In fact, I think if you scroll all the way back in my Instagram, you might be able to see. I may have made a post about it. Anyway, check me out on Instagram at @theturtlegirl. But I won this and I never did anything with it, so I figured I would just clean it out. It's kind of just been sitting on the side of the house, but maybe I'll do something with it this summer. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, what I should try to do with this turtle tub. Should I set it up? I'm not really comfortable with keeping my turtles outside, but maybe it could just be like a fun day thing. So let me know what you think. But in the meantime, I gotta get all this pollen out of here because in Washington, when it's pollen season, it's pollen season. And so I gotta get all this out, clean it up, and then figure out what I'm gonna do with it. All right, I think that's good. So that is today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me clean out both the tank and the tub, which was kind of unexpected. So definitely subscribe if you haven't already so you can see what I end up doing with these tanks. I know that this one will likely be set up for the axolotl in the next couple of weeks, so subscribe to see that. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do with the turtle tub. And yeah, that's today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you all next Friday. Have a totally awesome day. Bye-bye.